Here's a box. This is a box that I purchased probably around 2 years ago now. Right around the time when I was getting ready to move out. So I was busy. I bought it. It came in. Never got around to it. Stashed it away over here and in the process of cleaning up and organizing and trying to get rid of stuff that I'm just never going to get to. And came across a box. So a year or two later, let's take a look and see what we have inside. Which is not good because that means there could be batteries sitting in this stuff. Plastic film, plastic film, plastic film. As if like that's really gonna do any good. And this is the way it was packed. I just opened the tape a few minutes ago. So, first off, we have a Radio Shack backlit caller ID, call waiting ID box. And despite the lousy packaging, it looks like it's in decent condition. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. The line cord is permanently attached, which I don't like. Let's check for batteries. Hopefully don't have no flipping Duracell garbage in there. Good, there's no batteries in there. Might have had Duracell at one point though. Look at that trash. Definitely might have had Duracell at one point. Oh gosh, it's all corroded in there. Not good. Well, this might or might not be working then. Stupid Duracell. I can't prove that there's a Duracell in there, but sure most likely was. So that's that. We have the Radio Shack caller ID box. Can this take an external power supply? No, I don't think so. So if the batteries is corroded, and that's that. Alright, we have next a Radio Shack, not a Radio Shack, a Panasonic 5.8 gigahertz cordless telephone with, I think, at least one handset. And it's got stars for some reason. Well, this appears to be missing the battery cover. These were really good phones. If that's missing the cover, that's a shame. And it seems to be. It's missing the cover, but at least we have one good unit there. These were the predecessor to that Deck 6 model that sold like crazy. And both of these were pretty good. Other than the chronic battery issues, of course. Okay, next we have the AT&T telephone. This is another good phone. I like that phone a lot. We have, this is kind of a weird phone. Now this is a Radio Shack. This is a Radio Shack telephone, which is like a freestanding phone. So you plug it into your phone line and it would just sit there like that. Because this is the hook switch. So that's certainly unique. I don't see many of those around. It's probably the coolest thing in here. Yellowed and numbered AT&T telephones. This is actually a complete set, so that I might take to work and have it as a backup there, because we use these phones at work and they work pretty good. I really don't go for newer models like this anymore. I have no reason to. There's too many of them around this house, and I know where to store them and know where to use them. I'd rather use vintage stuff. And then lastly, and I wish I knew this was here, we have a Midland weather radio. The model number is WR120. Oh gosh. Well, that's kind of unusual. It's got Energizer batteries, and unfortunately they have exploded, and they're not past the expiration date. So that's no good. Let's see if we can remove this without causing too much of a mess. I had recently just wanted to put more of these radios around the house, so I bought a few more. I wish I knew this was here, I would have bought one less. So these expire in 2025, so they're getting close, but shouldn't be out yet. Well, you know what? I have to say, it actually contained itself really well. And there's just a little bit of stuff on there which will probably come right off. And there is actually no damage to the terminals at all. So, it looked bad, but it really wasn't. The battery compartment is perfectly fine. So that's not good. Didn't even know that would come off. I don't think that's supposed to come off, but well, that's fine. I'll use that one in the garage. This is a pretty catastrophic failure for sure, but this did not take the device with it. It failed all by itself, and it contained itself. A little bit of junk on the battery compartment here. You can just wipe that right off. So that's very interesting. Very interesting failure. It failed, totally failed, but it did safely. So we can just stick that back on there, and this should still work. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Oh, we don't have the... Do we have the power cord to it? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this should be a good working radio. Well, I guess now I'll just add another one somewhere around the house. Alright, so disaster averted. That was very interesting to me, that failed that way, but it didn't ruin the equipment. It didn't leak that sticky, liquidy acid kind of stuff everywhere. It just kind of exploded by itself, and that was the end of it. So anyways, so this is what was in the box. This I will use. This is of interest to me. That's of interest to me. These, I really don't have use for those. I happen to like this model, so I'll keep it, but I really have too many of them. This, maybe I could set up somewhere if it works, I don't know. I'm thinking I'll probably take those AT&T phones to work and keep them as a backup there in case we need them, because I have a couple techs that use that at their desk and they like those phones. So, alright, not bad. I don't know, no idea what I paid for this or anything, but definitely get some use out of this stuff. Some good videos too.